I'm going to be honest with you guys. In terms of personnel and money and free agency draft capital, I don't really know if there's many teams that have it worse than the Denver Broncos right now. This has been a mock draft. I always go into a mock draft recording like this video right now with a game plan for myself already. I spend an ungodly amount of time running through simulations, trying to get my best ideas. So when I get to this point, the video can just roll as smoothly as possible. But this has been one team for me that the simulations just never go right. It's so tough. One pick inside the top 75, negative $27 million in effective cap space. That number will change, but it's still not going to be great. The one thing that the Broncos do have on their side, though, is that they don't have many key free agents. The one that I think would be an immediate impact would be losing Lloyd Cushenberry. He's been a top 5 center. He was a top 5 center last year for sure, or this last season, but not too many key free agents this year. Next year and beyond, yes, but as of right now, that's the one good thing. But like I said, with one pick inside the top 75, we really don't have much to work with here. I'm definitely going to be trading down out of number 12 unless something completely blows me away. This will be a trade down spot at number 12, and we're going to see what we can do here with this 7-round mock. Okay, so right off the bat, here is what we were able to accomplish. There was nothing really on the board. See, this is the thing with me, with the Denver Broncos. With a offensive-minded guru in Sean Payton, I failed to mention before that we're probably going to be taking best player available on every single pick. That's just the way that this is probably going to go. But with an offensive-minded guru in Sean Payton, he never wanted Russ. Let's call it like what it is. He's going to have to go get someone. The problem with me is when we were at number 12, I just don't feel like I could justify taking a Bo Nix or a J.J. McCarthy or even a Michael Penix Jr. So I traded back actually to number 22 with the Philadelphia Eagles. We were able to acquire number 50 and number 97. Those were the two picks. Well, obviously, no, I'm sorry. Yes, number 50 and 97. And then what we were able to do is the Houston Texans wanted to move up one spot. They gave us number 86 overall. So we went from essentially one pick in the top 75 to having 5 picks inside the top 100. So much more for us to work with here. And at number 23, I am much more comfortable taking someone like Bo Nix here. Say what you will about Bo Nix, but one thing that I really love about the fit with Sean Payton and Bo Nix is we know that Sean Payton's not going to wait around for his guy. So he's going to go get his guy. Bo Nix is someone who is on the older side when it comes to being a prospect, comes with a lot more experience as well. And also, he excelled greatly in Oregon's offense that was able to get the ball out of his hands quick. So Sean Payton loves those quick 10 to 15 yard passes. We saw it with Drew Brees at the end of his career where he wasn't really able to throw the ball downfield. But Bo Nix can definitely throw the ball downfield. He's not going to wow you with his arm strength, but he has a good enough arm that he could make any NFL throw. I think that this is the perfect prospect for Sean Payton to work his offense around. He excelled. He was terrible at Auburn. He was really good in Oregon. They forced him to get the ball out of his hands quicker, kind of speed up his processing skills, a lot of one read type of stuff. But Bo Nix is going to be the pick here for me at number 23. I feel much more comfortable taking him now that we're orange with a little bit more draft capital. I feel much more confident in taking Bo Nix at number 23. All right, now at number 50 here with the Denver Broncos, we're sitting a little pretty here. I like this now that we have some flexibility. We got our presumed franchise quarterback here. I'm going to address the defensive side of the football here. There's a player that I love, and I've loved for quite some time now, and he's finally getting the recognition that he deserves because of the Senior Bowl, and that is going to be, well, he's not here. I guess he's over here now. That's Darius Robinson out of Missouri, 6'5", 290 pounds. What I really love about him is his defensive line versatility. Now, this is actually a defensive line that got a decent amount of pressures, but the problem was that they allowed 5.7 yards per play. That is an insane amount of big plays to give up if you're the defense, and it was partially because A, they weren't really able to generate a lot of pressure, and B, they were not good against the run as well. So I am beefing up this defensive line. Darius Robinson is someone that took snaps at 3 tech, 5 tech, 7 tech, wide 9. He is a defensive alignment animal. He's a chess piece that you could put all along your defensive line. And this is a player that I think that the Denver Broncos absolutely need to shore up that defensive line. So Darius Robinson is going to be our pick at number 50 here. And yes, we have made yet another trade here. So this trade involves us moving up from the third round. We had number 81 and we had number 86. I packaged both of those picks together as well as a fourth round pick for next year. And we moved up to number 58 here. We traded with the Green Bay Packers. So we moved up. I want to maximize the amount of picks that we have. I want to get as much cream of the crop talent as I can. We got a really great defensive lineman. We got our presumed quarterback of the future here in Bo Nix. So I'm going to work on getting him a weapon right now. And the weapon here for me, don't look at this Troy Franklin thing here. Believe me, I would take Troy Franklin in a heartbeat if this was real life here. But let's face it, at number 58, Troy Franklin will not be on the board anymore. Who I think will be on the board and we could take advantage of is going to be Jalen Polk out of Washington. This was someone that was a good receiver in Washington last year, and he was supposed to be the third option. But after a Jalen McMillan injury, he blossomed into an unbelievable player for Washington. 6'4", 215 pounds. He's not someone that's going to absolutely wow you with his speed down the field, but he's someone that's a contested catch animal as well. Like I said, great size. Jerry Jeudy, we don't know what's going on. Cortland Sutton, we don't know what's going on. Can Tim Patrick come back healthy after two devastating injuries back-to-back seasons? We have no idea. There's a lot of question marks in the wide receiver room. I want to go and I want to get someone to pair with a Marvin Mims, someone like that. We need wide receivers on this Denver Broncos team, so Jalen Polk is going to be the pick for me at number 58. So we're sitting here at 97, and here's my dilemma. So I really want to take an offensive lineman, but the problem is, with Lloyd Cushenberry being a free agent, the Denver Broncos just don't have the money to bring him back. And with a lot of teams center needy in free agency, right away, two teams that come to mind, the Steelers and the Bears, that are going to invest heavily in their offensive line. I just don't think that he is going to come back. So we want to replace that position. Not only that, I believe Quinn Miners is going to be a free agent. Not this year, maybe next year. If that's the case, Ben Powers is locked up for a little bit, but Quinn Miners has been the best offensive lineman that the Denver Broncos have had, at least last season as well, with Lloyd Cushenberry. So if we can't bring him back, then we have two gaping holes there. So I want to get someone that has that line versatility. And for me, someone that's been showing out quite well, in bowls and everything like that, and in these practices, that's going to be Christian Mahogany here. I think it was the East-West Shrine Bowl he was a part of. Fantastic player, 6'3", 322 pounds, has some great size for the guard position, but also has great size for the center position as well. I believe he has starting experience at both places in the offensive line at Boston College. Another school that has produced some really good offensive line talent the last few years. You think Zion Johnson, Alec Lindstrom, guys like that over the past couple of years. Mahogany is someone that's been super solid at the collegiate level. At number 97, I feel like this is a perfectly justifiable pick. Someone with line versatility that, even if Lloyd Cushenberry does come back and Quinn Miners signs long-term, just to have someone as a backup offensive lineman. You need offensive line depth. It is such a volatile position in the NFL. You need to have good offensive linemen, and good corners are like the two positions that I'm completely okay with really, really loading up on. So Christian Mahogany is going to be the pick at number 97 here. At number 121, I'm looking to upgrade the secondary here. I know a cornerback 2 is something that Denver Broncos fans are desperately calling for here. Damari Mathis was okay. I don't know if he's a free agent or not, but either way, he wasn't too great. It needs to be an upgraded position for sure. So I'm looking at MJ Devonshire here out of Pitt. 5'11", 194 pounds, but what he doesn't have in his height, he has length anyway. He has 33 and 5/8 inch arms. Fantastic length for a corner as well. Just someone that even though he lacks the ideal boundary size, he's someone that makes up for it with his great length. So Devonshire is someone that's been super productive over the past couple years at Pitt as well. I really like what he's able to accomplish in the secondary, and I think that this would be one of those kind of. I would really like to address corner a little bit earlier, but I feel like there's just so many other pressing needs, especially when you have Pat Surtain on one side of the field. At least you don't have to worry about that one side of the field. So maybe corner is still a pressing need, but something that I'm kind of okay with addressing here in the later rounds. This is round 4 here. So Devonshire is going to be the pick at 121. At number 143 here in round 5, we have 2 picks, basically back-to-back, 143, 145. I'm going to address the defensive line yet again. One player that I really like that's down the board right here, but obviously once this updates, it is going to go way up here, and that's Gabe Hall out of Baylor. I don't know if you guys have watched any tape from the Senior Bowl, but he absolutely dominated in one-on-ones. He looked really twitchy for someone that is as big as he is, 6'3", 295 pounds. He looked incredibly twitchy. He looked like someone that's going to be a real force when it comes to being a pass rusher at the NFL. If you can get someone with this type of value at 143, I think you have to take it. And like we said before, with the Broncos defensive line being basically in shambles the way that it is, I think getting someone like Gabe Hall is imperative to, continue to build upon that defensive line. So Hall is going to be the pick at number 143 for me. At number 145, I'm going to actually address the linebacker position here. Curtis Jacobs is sitting here at 145, and I really am enticed by what he could bring to the table for the Denver Broncos. Drew Sanders was supposed to be that guy that came in, and he was that athletic coverage linebacker, and we haven't seen it yet. Obviously, the kid is just 22 years old. Playing time was dominated by Alex Singleton and Josie Jewell. The thing is, those guys are fine linebackers, but they don't provide enough athleticism for coverage in the middle of the field. I would love to add more to that. Curtis Jacobs is someone that brings really good athleticism to the position, a little undersized, but that could be made up for by one of those 3 guys, especially someone like Drew Sanders, 6'5", 235 pounds. But Jacobs, 6'1", 238 pounds. He offers some really nice coverage linebacking skills, good athleticism, and he brings a little bit to the table as a pass rusher as well. A few sacks the past couple seasons as the starter at Penn State. Just a guy that I think kind of gets knocked on a little bit because of his size for the position, but this is the modern day NFL where we're not used to these 6'5", 250-pound linebackers anymore, like Brian Urlacher and Lance Briggs and those type of guys. But Curtis Jacobs is going to be the pick at 145, just to kind of shore up the middle of that defense that, like I said, these guys are good, but I just need a little bit more in terms of a coverage standpoint. So Curtis Jacobs is going to be it for me at 145. And with our last pick here at number 209, I'm going to address the offensive line yet again. I believe Cam Fleming is a free agent this year. That is your swing tackle when Mike McGlinchey is healthy, when Garrett Bowles is healthy as well. He's going to be a free agent. Don't know if they have the money to bring him back. I like Ethan Driscoll a lot. This is someone, don't let the big board number fool you next to him at 335. His stock has definitely risen since the Senior Bowl has started. The practices have started. He's held his own against some of the best in the nation. He's someone that offers some pretty decent size as well and some pretty good versatility. So if this is someone that I can get here in round 6, later on in round 6 as a swing tackle with the chance to develop into something more, that's exactly what we're looking for at this point in the draft. We're looking for guys that can make an impact as like a swing tackle and developmental pieces as well. So you get the best of both worlds with Ethan Driscoll, and he'll be the last pick in this 7-round mock draft for us. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is my full 7-round Denver Broncos mock draft. Let's just do a quick recap for you guys who maybe just skip to the end. I wouldn't blame you. I usually do the same thing when I watch these types of videos. So we had the number 12 overall pick. We traded the number 12 overall pick to the Philadelphia Eagles for number 22, number 50, and number 97. And then we also flipped number 22 for number 23 and number 86. So at number 23, we picked Bo Nix, quarterback out of Oregon. At number 50, we took versatile defensive lineman Darius Robinson out of Missouri. At number 58, which we traded number 81, 86, and a 4th-round pick next year to move up from 81 and 86 to number 58, we took Jalen Polk, wide receiver out of Washington. At number 97, we took Christian Mahogany, a versatile offensive lineman out of Boston College. At number 121, we took MJ Devonshire, cornerback out of Pittsburgh. At 143, we took Gabe Hall. At 145, we took Curtis Jacobs. And at number 209, we took Ethan Driscoll, versatile tackle out of Marshall. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I apologize for my stutters here and there. It's been a long night. I've been working a lot of hours at my job. So please, I hope you accept my apology on that. I'm really trying to get this content out to you guys as fast as possible. So please just bear with me in these long nights. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.